Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to the evening news. You have just had the Quran 7 headlines. Now let's move on to the details. In connection with the July uprising, the prosecution has submitted a formal charge sheet to the International Crimes Tribunal against former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman and 4 others. During the uprising, Amir Hussain was seen hanging from the ledge of an under-construction building in Meradia Rampura, trying to escape police gunfire. After jumping from the building, he remained clinging to the ledge. Despite this, the police opened fire on him, injuring him. 2 others were killed in police firing during the same incident. The prosecution has now officially filed charges in the tribunal. Meanwhile, in another case in Ashulia Savar, where 6 other people were murdered and burned, the prosecution has completed their hearing on a charge framing.
আত্মরক্ষার তাগিদে কার্নিশে ঝুলেছিল একজন ব্যক্তি, তাকে গুলি করা হয়েছিল। একজন বাড়ির ভিতরে একজন শিশুকে কোলে নিয়ে তার দাদি ছিল, সেই শিশুর মাথার এক পাশে গুলি লেগে আর এক পাশ দিয়ে বের হয়ে যায় এবং আরও একজনকে হত্যার অভিযোগে 5 জনের বিরুদ্ধে আমরা ফরমাল চার্জ দাখিল করেছি। আশা করছি আগামী ওপেনিং ডেট বা তার পরের দিন কগনিজেন্স হিয়ারিং। 5 জন নিহত হয়েছিলেন, একজন জীবিত ছিলেন। এই 5 জনকে মৃত এবং জীবিত একজনকে পোড়ানো এবং আরও একজনকে হত্যার ঘটনায় সংশ্লিষ্ট এলাকার সাবেক এমপি সাইফুল ইসলাম সহ যে 16 জনের বিরুদ্ধে ফরমাল চার্জ দাখিল করেছিলাম, সেই মামলায় আজকে চার্জ হিয়ারিংয়ের দিন ধার্য ছিল। আজকে প্রসিকিউশনের পক্ষে চার্জ হিয়ারিং আমরা কমপ্লিট করেছি।
1 year after the July uprising, 6 unidentified bodies that had been kept in the morgue have been handed over to Anjuman Mufidul Islam for burial as per court orders. The bodies arrived at Dhaka Medical College morgue between 7th August and 14th last year and remained unclaimed ever since. Due to the inability to identify them, a decision was made to bury them as unidentified. The bodies will be buried in Jurain Graveyard in Dhaka. However, DNA samples have been preserved for potential future identification.
আদালতের আদেশের প্রেক্ষিতেই আজকে এই লাশগুলো আমরা আঞ্জুমান মফিদুলকে হস্তান্তর করছি এবং তবে এই লাশগুলো প্রত্যেকটাই আমরা নাম্বার দিয়ে সিরিয়াল দেওয়া আছে। এগুলো যেখানে কবরস্থ করা হবে সেখানে এগুলোর সিরিয়াল থাকবে, প্ল্যাকার্ড থাকবে।
Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus said the interim government has entered the 2nd chapter of its tenure with the key focus now on ensuring a fair national election. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shofiqul Alam, quoting Dr. Yunus during a meeting of the Council of Advisors at the Secretariat. In addition to the upcoming election, the Chief Advisor emphasized 2 other ongoing priorities: advancing key reforms and continuing the trials already in progress. National Consensus Commission Vice President Dr. Ali Riaz is expected to hold a press conference soon to provide updates on the reform agenda. The Election Commission has convened its 9th meeting to finalize a set of recommendations for amending the RPO. The meeting, chaired by CEC AMM Nasiruddin, also includes discussions on amending the Code of Conduct for political parties and candidates. The amendments are being considered following a letter from the Chief Advisor regarding holding elections in February. The proposed amendments include regulations to prevent the misuse of artificial intelligence in campaigns, the inclusion of postal ballots for expatriates, and alignment of the Code of Conduct with the updated RPO. BNP leader Rizvi Ahmed said the announcement of elections before Ramadan fulfills not only the demands of political parties but also the hopes of the people. He made the remarks after meeting with the family of Masuma Begum, the office assistant at Milestone School who was died in a recent Air Force plane crash in Uttora. He said Tariq Rahman has pledged to take responsibility for Masuma's son Abdullah's education. Rizvi emphasized that a truly elected government will ensure transparency and reduce conspiracies in the country. He also criticized NCP leaders for their visit to Cox's Bazar on 5th August.
প্রায় 16-17 বছর একটা অবাধ সুষ্ঠু নির্বাচনে যে ভোট দেবে সেই ভোট তারা দিতে পারেনি। আজকে যাদের বয়স 30-32 বছর তারাও ভোট দিতে পারেনি প্রায় 16 বছর। এমন এক ভয়াবহ দৈত্য দাবানল, মানে দৈত্যের যে অপকর্ম তৈরি হয়েছিল, তাদের নিরাপদে বসবাস করা সেটা একেবারে ভুলে যেতে বসেছিল।
Detective police have found evidence that Sumaya Jafreen, wife of detained Army officer Major Sadiqul Islam, was involved in organizing guerrilla training for a band of Awami League members to incite unrest. According to Dhaka Metropolitan Police, she was shown arrested under the Anti-Terrorism Act. The court has granted a 5-day remand for further investigation. Major Sadiq and his wife Sumaya allegedly planned to unite party activists to create nationwide unrest. Using the encrypted messaging app Signal, they recruited members and held secret meetings at a convention center in Bhatara. In 2 separate sessions, around 400 individuals reportedly received guerrilla training. So far, 28 people have been arrested in this case.
আদালতে প্রেরণ করা হয়েছে। আমরা তার সাথে বিস্তারিত কথা বলে বিশদ জিজ্ঞাসাবাদে হয়তো তার সংশ্লিষ্টতা এবং অন্যান্য বিষয়গুলো জানার চেষ্টা করব। আমাদের কাছে যে গোয়েন্দা তথ্য রয়েছে সেইটার ভিত্তিতে আমরা কাজ করছি এবং ইতিমধ্যে যারা গ্রেফতার হয়ে গেছে তাদের কাছ থেকে প্রাপ্ত জবানবন্দি এবং সেখান থেকে প্রাপ্ত তথ্য এগুলো ধরে আমরা তদন্ত কার্যক্রমটা এগিয়ে নিচ্ছি।
Dr. Nazmul Hasan Kolimullah, former Vice-Chancellor of Begum Rokeya University, has been arrested from his Mohammadpur residence in Dhaka. He is facing several cases, including one filed by the Anti-Corruption Commission. Police say the arrest was made in response to an ACC application and was carried out as part of an ongoing investigation. He has been denied bail by the court and sent to jail. International news. Just hours after the United States imposed a 50% tariff on Indian products, President Donald Trump issued a fresh warning. He signaled that secondary sanctions could be imposed on countries continuing energy trade with Russia, specifically mentioning China. Speaking from the Oval Office, Trump said there is a lot more to come, hinting at future strict sanctions. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. has ramped up pressure on countries maintaining economic ties with Moscow. Now sports. The Bangladesh Cricket Board is preparing for its upcoming election, expected to be held in mid-September or early October. Although there is little visible activity, BCB claims that all preparations are underway. Election competitors have also started organizing. Officials suggest that all reforms will follow after the election. Since assuming office, BCB President Aminul Islam Bulbul had promised timely elections. With the board's tenure ending in October, questions are emerging over whether the election will proceed as planned. Before ending, let's have a look on the Crown 7 headlines once again. Shooting hanging youth in Rampura, prosecutors filed charges against ex-DMP chief Habib and 4 other cops. Second chapter begins, ensuring fair election now top priority, says Dr. Yunus in Secretariat meeting. Major Sadiq's wife Sumaya placed on a 5-day remand over secret meeting of banned Awami League BCL leaders. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's our popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khobor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.